we are getting a first look at how January's surge in immigration enforcement impacted Maine's economy.
The Maine Center for Economic Policy has now published a report outlining the estimated impact. News Center Maine's Alex Haskell live in our newsroom with more about how the center is looking at these findings.
Hi, Brian. Hi, Amanda. Well, the center estimates the surge cost Maine businesses millions of dollars as some shut down and as customers stayed home during the operation. It's a busy day inside Lucy Naracundo's small African grocery store in downtown Portland. But just a few months ago, during January's ICE enforcement surge across Maine, what the Trump administration called Operation Catch of the Day, Naracundo says things were different.
For all day, I couldn't have any clients.
Like many in the immigrant community, Naracundo says she was scared to leave her home during the operation despite having U.S. citizenship. But she decided to open her store anyway in hopes of bringing in money to keep up with bills.
I couldn't get a client. That means I couldn't get money. So it's affect a lot my business.
Hers wasn't the only business impacted by the ICE operation.
We knew that folks were staying home from school. We knew that people were not showing up to work.
James Mile is a policy analyst at the Maine Center for Economic Policy. The center has published a new report saying Operation Catch of the Day led to a roughly $3.4 million drop in retail sales over 10 days, as many people stayed home out of fear.
It probably meant somewhere between $10 and $20 million of lost economic activity more broadly, so counting things that don't show up in that retail sale data.
To come up with the estimate, Miles says they looked at student absentee data as a way to gauge broader community behavior. But the Maine GOP is criticizing the report. Executive Director Jason Savage says in a statement, this is voodoo economics. Their report and claims are nothing a serious policy professional would deem credible.
If we're seeing people not sending their kids to school because they're scared, then those parents and maybe other people in the community are also feeling those effects.
Either way, for business owners like Naracundo, the impact of the operation was real.
ICE was not very good for me.
Now, the center says its estimate is not meant to be precise, but rather to give a general sense of the potential economic impact tied to the ICE operation. Brian, Amanda.
Alex Haskell live in our studio tonight. Alex, thank you.